Hi everyone, this is Component Lab. Today we have discussed the suspension system and its construction thoroughly. Suspension system in automobile. First of all, what is suspension system? Now, suspension system of an automobile is one which separates the wheel or axle assembly from the body. The primary function of the suspension system is to isolate the vehicle structure from shocks and vibration due to irregularity of the road surface. Basically, suspension system consists of a spring, shock absorber, linkage that connect a wheel to it. It also serves dual purpose, contributing to car's handling and braking. Here is the suspension system layout. See, this is the steering gear, this one is McPherson stud, this is a steering knuckle, this one is steering knuckle, this one is ball joint, this is the stabilizer bar, that is this is stub axle, and this one is cross member. This is also the stud assembly. The purpose of the suspension system: first, to prevent the road shock from being the transmit to the vehicle frame. It also reduces the stress strain on various components. It also preserves the stability of vehicle in pitching or rolling while in motion. Keep the tire in firm contact with the road, and also to maintain the stability of the moving vehicle by absorbed road shock. The requirement of a suspension systems are: it's a low initial cost value, minimum weight, it should be minimum weight, minimum wheel hop, it should be minimum tire wear, a minimum deflection consists with required stability. Basically, a good suspension required a low maintenance and operating cost also. Element of suspension system. The element of suspension systems are control arm, steering knuckle, ball joint, spring, shock absorber, and last control arm bushing. What is control arm? Now this one is a control arm. It's a movable lever that fastens the steering knuckle. Steering knuckle. This also provides a spindle or bearing support for wheel hub. This was the wheel hub, and this is the steering knuckle, and this one is a wheel. This is the wheel assembly. Now, ball joint. Basically, in a suspension system, if you see the steering system, there are some ball joint are having. This actually is the swivel joint that allow the control arm and steering knuckle to move up and down and side to side. Spring are resilient member that are such a reservoir of energy. They store the energy due to the sudden force which come when the vehicle encounter a bump or a ditch. Spring used for suspension system should absorb road shock quickly and return to the original position slowly. Now this is shock absorber. Basically, the shock absorber is a damping device. Is used to damp the spring vibration, prevent excessive flexing of the spring, and enhance riding comfort. Shock absorber work in conjunction with a spring. This one is the shock absorber, and this one is the spring. So if you see minutely, the outside part are fitted with spring. Total assembly is called stud assembly. Now, control arm and bushing. Sleeves that allow the control arm to swing up and down on the frame. If you see the previous slide, this is the control arm bushing. Different suspension system. Suspension system are basically two types. One is independent suspension system, second is non-independent suspension system or rigid suspension system. Nowadays we have also some suspension system are introduced which are air suspension system and also hydraulic or hydroelastic suspension system. Non-independent suspension system, it is both right and left wheel attached to the same solid axle. When one wheel hit a bump on the road, its upward movement causes a slight tilt of the other wheel. Means this is a rigid suspension, so the axle is also rigid. Both wheels are connected to the rigid axle also. So when one wheel is take a bump, hit the bump, and it slightly upward position or a support, so the another wheel also slightly tilt. Basically is a conventional suspension system. Rigid suspension, basically some component are here like spring, damper or shock absorber, stabilizer and linkage system. Independent suspension system, it is a term used to describe any arrangement by which the wheels are connected to the carriage unit in manner such that the rise and fall of one wheel has no effect on the other. Vehicle with rigid axle suspension encounter road irregularities. The axle tilt and the wheel no longer remain vertical. This causes the whole of the vehicle to tilt to one side. Such a state of affair is not desirable. Besides causing rough ride, it causes wheel wobble. Solid axle suspension, that means rigid suspension. This suspension is a simple construction but less comfort due to low sprung and unsprung weight. It is used in truck front or rear axle suspension and also used in car rear wheel suspension. It is used to heavy duty vehicle suspension system also. Basically rigid suspension are two types, that is solid axle leaf spring suspension, that means the leaf spring are here, and this is also the solid axle suspension but there is no leaf spring, also only coil spring are there. So there is basically two types. Independent suspension system, both the front and rear wheel are utilized. Design incorporate in the front wheel. One wheel goes down, the other wheel does not have much effect. This is the basic advantage. The basic configurations of the design are basically independent suspension are three types. One is McPherson start, double wishbone suspension and multi-link suspension system. Double wishbone suspension. The double wishbone suspension system, most popular type of independent suspension system, which is coil spring are mostly used. So this is the wishbone, double wishbone, and if you see this is the coil spring and also stud. Most of the car we have seen that torsion bar are used. Also some automobile car you might be seen that the transverse leaf spring are used in this type of suspension. In this type of suspension there are two suspension control arm on which of the vehicle of each side. Those arms like the two legs like V-letter. Those wishbone arms are connected with chassis frame on the open end. One arm is below whereas the other is above the frame. The close end of both upper and lower arm are connected with the steering knuckle. The coil spring is placed between the frame and lower wishbone suspension arm. Mostly the open end upper control arm is connected with damper or shock absorber which is fitted at the frame. The upper and lower control are connected in position for the cradle. Basically, the upper control arm are shorter than lower control arm. See some car, if you see most of the car, you have been seeing that.
This ambassador car, we are having Wisman type suspension system. So if you see the suspension system, this is the upper control arm and this one is the lower control arm. Wisman system basically two control arm, one is upper control arm and second one is lower control arm. Upper control arm and are shorter than lower control arm. So this is the one type of Wisman type suspension system, and this is called shocker. So shocker are mounted to the lower control arm and upper control arm also. So this is the type of suspension system, Wisman type suspension system.
Advantages and disadvantages of Wisman type independent suspension. Here is this type of suspension system. Some advantages and disadvantages are there. Some advantages are for ride quality is good, improve the steering preciseness since the wheel movement are not linked, ground clearance increase, and disadvantages are initial cost is more, maintenance cost is more, and required frequent wheel alignment, otherwise increased tire wear. So it is necessary to wheel alignment rather than the independent suspension systems. McPherson stud. It's mostly widely used front suspension system in a modern car. McPherson system consists of a telescopic stud, a single arm and diagonal stay. That stud is fixed to the body structure at the upper end through the flexible mounting, and the lower part of the stud is connected at the bottom by a joint to the lower arm. Here is the stud is upper arm. This upper portion is connected to the frame and the lower portion is connected to the lower arm. The lower part of the stud also carries the stub axle which turn the carrier the wheel. Steering motion is supplied to the lower part of the stud, means steering knuckle are there. Is turned whole stud, coil and hydraulic damper shock absorber surround the upper part of the stud which take care of the road irregularity, shock and vibration.
This is the control arm. This is the one type of movable lever which is connect to the knuckle with ball joint, and another part is connect to the vehicle frame. So this is the lower arm. This one is the Maruti 800 car. This is the McPherson type suspension system. Today all the front wheel drive cars are McPherson type suspension system. If you see, this is the, there is, what is the difference between Wisman and McPherson? Wisman we have already shown there are two arms, but here this is the one arm are there. This is the only for lower control arm. There is no upper arm are there. So when you see the spring, this is the suspension spring and shock absorber are, that is also the assembly with combined with the assembly that is called stud, which is connected to the knuckle, and another section and another point is attached to the wheel and to the body frame. So this type of suspension system is called McPherson suspension system.
Here is the stud assembly, that is the McPherson stud. This one is the McPherson stud. Now this is the stud, this is coil spring, this is stud bellow, this one is damper or bump stop, this is lower spring sheet and upper spring sheet, this is the linkage, shaw linkage, this is the shaw bar, and this is bush and shaw bar clamp. So total assembly is the, we may call stud. This is called knuckle. Here is this knuckle. So the lower portion is attached here and upper portion is attached to the car frame.
This is the stud assembly. This is the coil spring. This one is the shock absorber. This is the stud. This is called stud. This is the upper mounting section. This is the damper. This is the damper. This is made by rubber. This is the rubber. This is the stud boot. And lower part is, see, this is lower part which is connected to the knuckle.
Advantages and disadvantages of McPherson stud suspension. First advantages: light in weight, camber does not change due to up and downward motion of the wheel. Maximum engine compartment available, that means it is more spacious than the Wisdom type suspension. Maintenance cost is less, initial cost is less, ride comfort is more, improved road safety also. And the other disadvantages are not suitable for heavy motor vehicles. Basically it has to be used only for light vehicles. Load carrying capacity is less. So most of the modern car you might be seeing, all Maruti or Hyundai or any small car, all are front wheel drive vehicle are McPherson stud suspension.
If you see, the space of this system is narrow from Wisdom type suspension, whereas the McPherson system, you see the space is wider than Wisdom type suspension system. So this is the main function, main difference between Wisdom and McPherson type suspension system.
Shock absorber. A shock absorber is a mechanical device designed to smooth out of or damper shock impulse and dissipate kinetic energy. Limited spring compression extension movement to smooth the vehicle's ride. Second, without shock absorber, the vehicle would continue to bounce up and down after shocking deep in the road. There are some working principles in shock absorber. The shock absorber works on the principle of fluid damping of vibration. The valve and orifice are made in the construction of shock absorber. They allow escape of fluid in such a way that it flow from different paths and keep the system always filled with oil. The road shock transfer on the wheel axle is transmitted to the shock absorber piston rod, which forces down the piston inside the cylinder. The cylinder is filled with highly viscosity fluid that offer a resistance to the piston's movement. The movement of the piston slow down due to the damping effect. The oil flow upward by opening the leaf valve through a passage built in with the piston. When the road surface condition change, the piston rod move upward. The leaf valve close the passage and redistribution of oil flow occur. Oil is generally used for this purpose. Some shock absorber are replace the oil with in air, so that's why we called air shock absorber.
So this is called shocker. So there is no spring up there. Spring is attached outside or another side, only attached to the frame only.
Multi-link suspension. Basically it is used most of the luxurious cars like Audi A8, Audi A4 cars and etc. also. The basic principle of it's the same, but instead of solid upper and lower wishbone, each arm of the wishbone is separate item. this one and this one, those are joined at top and bottom of the spindle, those forming the wishbone shape. So here is this picture, that is a spindle, which upper arm is connected and also the lower arm is also connected. So it's like a wishbone type. The super weird thing about that is that the spindle turn from steer alter the geometry of the suspension by torquing all four suspension arms. Spring is separate from the shock absorber. So this is the main difference, is that most of the multi-link suspension you might be seeing the stud is separate to the spring. Spring are fitted here and stud is also fitted to the frame also. So that type of suspension is called multi-link suspension. Advantage and disadvantages of independent front suspension. The advantages are bigger deflection of front wheel, no reaction on steering, greater distance from steering rolling action, front axle, improve road holding tendency of tire, and last of all minimum vibration. And rather than the disadvantages are better shock absorber required, expensive, and tire wear increase due to transmission of torque. Independent rear suspension. Now some advantages and disadvantages are: first, some advantages are lesser unsprung weight, improve ride, reduce tire wear, increase passenger space, rear wheel remains stable. And some disadvantages are increased cost, complicated design, and steering action is not proper. Now coming to the spring. Spring are resilient member and as such act as reservoir of energy. They store the energy due to the sudden force which comes when the vehicle encounters a bump or a ditch. This energy is released subsequently and with the action of damper. The energy is converted into heat and bounce is avoided. So that is the most important function. Are spring used for suspension system should absorb road shock quickly and return to the original position slowly. That is the main criteria of spring. Type of spring. There are so many type of spring are used in most of the automotive vehicles. Here is some types are: one is leaf spring, this is leaf spring. Second is coil spring, this one is coil spring. Third is torsion bars, this is a torsion bar spring. And air and gas spring. Nowadays most of the luxurious car you might be seeing that type of shock absorber are air suspension system or air gas spring you may call. And the last one is rubber spring. This is the rubber spring.